Hello, I'm Jeannie Moore, Palmer Moore, and I am here today to demonstrate my stitch and paint on canvas, and it's a mixed media quilt. I have a couple techniques I'd like to teach you, stitching on paper and also transferring newsprint and color prints. I have a background in graphic design, illustration, and drawing and painting, and just love a few years back started working with fabrics and love the texture fabrics can create with the different colors, crayons, paints, dyes, and fell in love with it and have continued to explore different techniques and mainly textures. That seems to be my thing. I've taught this stitch and paint class numerous times, and people have always asked me at the end, well, where's your DVD? So here it is. I'm going to do a workshop for you so you can follow along with me. Now, what I like about, too, is there's no rules. You can do whatever you want with this. With the stitching, everybody says, well, do I have to stay in the lines? You don't have to stay in the lines. Did you make a mistake? We can show you how to correct it with the crayons. No problem. So to get started, I'd like to go through the supplies that we need. And first of all, the newsprint, and you can cut out of any newspaper and you can do color or black and white. I also have color prints, and these are done at your copy shop, and those are also going to be transferred onto the silk organza. The deli wrap paper here is, and you can buy it at any large warehouse store. We're actually going to stitch and with a black thread, and we will be adding that as a dimension to our quilt. I have tissue paper here and carbon paper to transfer our design. We'll be working, our main fabric is canvas here. So, and I like to have untreated canvas, and I can work the colors into it. If you can't find untreated, you can go cotton duck by the yard at your fabric store. Then the color wheel is always handy to have around just when you're mixing your colors. And your colors that you're going to paint with are the water-soluble crayons. And the key is to make sure that they are water-soluble. They can say wax crayons, that's fine, or wax pastels, but just make sure they have the water-soluble. And those can be bought at different art supplies stores. Then we need brushes, and these are to blend our colors, and we're just going to use water with it. And any type of brush, you need a brush that can take a little scrubbing, so more of acrylic brush than a watercolor brush. Then also I use the water-soluble crayons, pencils. And these are nice because they can give you a nice sharp line to kind of freshen up at the very end. Then of course a pencil and a marker for your transferring your drawing. And two wax pastels, and you can buy them individually. I just usually do white and yellow, and those are put on at the very end of your quilt, and that just gives you a little bit of highlight. A squirt bottle is kind of nice to have, and if you want to wet your fabric before you do the crayons, and of course an eraser. When you transfer your design on the canvas. When we transfer our newsprint and our color copies, it's nice to have a thermofax screen and then a squeegee. And to transfer, we will need a gel medium, a little bit thicker gel. And for the actually attaching our papers, we're going to use a gel medium, which is a little bit more watery. Then we'll have a pan, and that just washes out our transfers, and a scrub brush. And then also paper towels, and we use those for correcting our, if we have any mistakes, we can pick up with the paper towels. And then we also will be stitching with black thread, so we do need a sewing machine and with a free motion foot. And then also we'll be top stitching, so you need a couple different threads. You need a black heavier thread, 30-40 weight, and then I use a variegated thread on top for the decoration. So that's I think all the elements that we have, or all the supplies that we need for to get started. So let's go ahead and gather them up, and then we will be transferring our design onto canvas for our next chapter.